It is 7:54 on Saturday the 15th of March. I'm getting ready to go to my first event in 2 years, which feels absolutely insane. I haven't packed up all this stuff and done this in forever. So we're about to go see what's gonna happen. Denver packed up the car for me. He's so sweet, so nice. So I didn't have to do it, but we're about to set up. Hopefully it's not too crowded in there. It starts at 10, so we're gonna be about 2 hours early. I really want to avoid some people. But it's at 10 to 5 today, so we'll see how all of it goes.
We did roll up around 8 o'clock, and it really only took us around 10 minutes to unload the car, just because we pulled right up to the front and got everything pulled right out. The vendor hall did open at 7:30, and the show was supposed to start at 10 o'clock. So I wanted to give myself just as much time as possible because I was a little rusty and pretty out of practice with doing my setups. I just wanted to make sure everything was able to go the way that I wanted. Since this was a hometown show, it did help a lot because I didn't have to worry about waking up as early as I usually do when we have to drive somewhere that's quite a ways. So that was fairly lucky. I got a lot more sleep than I usually do. But overall, I wasn't the happiest with this setup. As you can see, I'm being a little picky, a little finicky with it, just because when I did practice, I didn't account for the sheer amount of product that I have. In these small spaces, you do really have to worry about height, and I just didn't think that my cubes were tall enough. So in the future, I'm definitely going to get more cubes so I have more space for everything. Stuff was a little bit cramped, and I wasn't the happiest with how it came out. I did get quite a bit of my product out, but not nearly close to everything that I had. So in the future, I'm definitely going to pivot quite a bit and move stuff around differently, and work on my efficiency, because 2 hours, you don't always get 2 hours in events like this. That's kind of a luxury. And so I wanted to give myself as much time on this day so that I can work on it and practice. But in the future, I do really need to work on speeding up, getting quicker, and getting everything out faster. But I will let you guys watch as I finish up and get everything out.
Okay, update, it is 9:39. I'm all set up, and I will update everybody as the day goes on.
So I just wanted to do a little walk around for you guys, show you guys how small this vendor hall actually is. And as you can see, there aren't many people, but regardless of size, it is a super fun event and has done really well for me in the past. So that's why I keep coming back.
So it's 10:22, and I've made 2 sales. I sold some mushrooms already, but there is another crocheter here. I'll show you guys her card and insert a video of her work. She's so good. So we'll see how today goes, but I don't know.
So I didn't really have a lot of time to do more check-ins with you guys, just because regardless of the weather, I was fairly busy and there was still a consistent flow of traffic throughout the day. But as you can see, stuff started ending pretty early and we had to pack up.
Okay, it's only 3:57, but it looks like everybody's been breaking down since like 3:30. Today has not been what I expected at all. There's actually been tornado issues, so everything ended 2 hours early. So yeah, I'll do more of an update in the car.
So this was the table at the end of the day. I know it still looks really full, but I do keep a lot of inventory on hand so that I can stock after people buy stuff and just keep everything looking full and fresh as the day goes on.
Okay, so in the car, I would say on the way back home, we actually have plans and are going to Armored Combat. People dressed as knights fighting each other, so I have to drop this stuff off at someone else's house to drive to a big city to go do that. But overall, it was not what I was expecting at all. But I think my expectations were a little, I won't say too high. The weather put a huge damper on everyone. I went around and talked to a lot of the other vendors, and they were saying this just is not how they usually do every year. And I will say I've done this event before, and I made around $1,000, and I made half that this time, which is not terrible at all. I would probably stay home and avoid a tornado too had I not paid to be there. But I did notice like a significant decrease in attendance, which is fine. But I did make profit. The amount that I stated also was including table cost. So I already took out table cost from that. Overall, the other vendors were super, super nice. And I don't know, I know in the beginning of the video I was talking about there's this other girl and her stuff is so good, and it is. It's amazing. But I went back and looked and we didn't really have the same stuff. I noticed my demographic has actually shifted a lot. So she had a lot of like Love Cats, kawaii stuff, characters, whereas what I noticed was actually selling for me, I almost completely sold out of spiders, which I'd never brought spiders to anything before. And I had a lot of men buying things from me, which I never do. Like, it's like little boys, sure, a little boy will buy stuff from me any day, but like grown men, I've never really had that, and this time I did, which I thought was super cool. Loved that. And the overall request was like more raccoons, more cryptids, which is what I wanted to do anyway. So I'm very excited. Definitely gonna lean into that for next time, which I think was really good. Overall, I'm super happy with it. I am a little disappointed just because I spent like a week and a half really focusing in on these like anime character hats, and I spent a lot of time on them. So the Chopper hat, the Luffy hat, the Tanjiro hat that I spent time designing a pattern for. Yeah, nope, not a one of them. Not a one of them. But overall, I think I would go back, and I think it was a good day. And I probably will keep doing conventions with this company. They're a lot smaller, but I really like what they did. So I'm excited to see what's to come. Have a good day, you guys.